Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to feature some of our storybooks. My favorite, Jonathan James and the What If Monster. The story is so cute. Some what if monsters like to hang out and fill up your heads with worry and doubt. What if they giggle? What if it's chilly? What if you jump and you look really silly? So the What If Monster spends the first half of the book trying to make Jonathan James worry and not do fun things. And then when Jonathan James decides, well, what if he tries, then he may even have fun and find his best friend. There's a little plush What If Monster that you can order separately. We have one in our house and my 2-year-old loves him. I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. This book is so fun. The illustrator actually used real mud when she created the original illustrations for this book. And there's also I'm a Hungry Dinosaur that was just released, where she used cocoa powder, icing, and sprinkles to make the original illustrations. It says, I'm a dirty dinosaur with a dirty snout. I never wipe it clean. I just sniff and snuff about. Sniff, sniff, snuff, snuff, sniff, and snuff about. The kids love repeating this part of the book. And so you go through and you can see some of these great illustrations of the dirty dinosaur. How big is a million? This cute little penguin named Pipkin is questioning how big is a million, and spends the story going through trying to find out how big a million is. When you get to the back, there's a fold-out poster here that actually has 1 million stars on the poster. How cool is that? The Tale of Two Beasts. School guidance counselors love this book because this is all about taking another person's perspective on things. So the little girl sets off into the forest and she finds a little beast. And she's worried that he's cold and hungry and lonely, and so she wants to help him and take him home and give him a warm place to live and give him food. So the first half is from her point of view. And then you get into the beast's point of view, and the beast is scared and doesn't understand why he's been taken from his home and being kept in this cage. And so it's just really good to explain to kids how sometimes other people don't see something the same way that you do. Cuddle Bear is just a sweet, loving, adorable book. This is a great gift from a grandparent or a relative who lives far away. If you feel a little sad or lonely, lost, and blue, don't worry, call for Cuddle Bear. He's always there for you. You can see these beautiful illustrations. This is just a sweet book. Busy Trucks on the Go. I love reading books that rhyme. This is by Eric Odie. He has 3 phenomenal books. I have 2 more coming up to show you. Drivers honk to say hello. Busy trucks are on the go. Building bridges, fixing roads, lifting big and heavy loads. Town to town and here to there. Busy trucks are everywhere. You can see it's going to go through and show lots of different trucks that you would see all over town. Dan the Taxi Man. This one is so much fun to read, especially if you like making silly noises. Here's Dan Beep Beep the Taxi Man. Going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can with Dan Beep Beep the Taxi Man. Stop. Here comes Maureen with her tambourine. Shake a shake a crash, shake a crash. So it goes through and he picks up other people who play in the band, and it talks about the instruments that they play the whole way. Too Many Tomatoes. This is a wonderful book to teach about community and sharing. So it starts off here, grandfather's garden is popping with peas. It's buzzing with blossoms and bumblebee bees. It's bursting with berries and beans and potatoes and tall, twiny vines of too many tomatoes. So they go through the story and give away the tomatoes to other people in town. One Night in the Zoo. My daughter's obsessed with zoo animals, so she loves this book. And it talks about all of the crazy antics that the animals get into overnight while the zookeepers are gone. A crocodile and a kangaroo set off on a bicycle made for two. And 3 lions did tricks which astonished anew, but nobody knew. Super Duck. If you have a kid who loves superheroes like most kids do, they will love Super Duck. Super Duck is trying to fly a kite. This is another rhyming story. I can tell you from a speech therapist point of view, I've worked in the elementary schools for 7 years, and a lot of kids nowadays have trouble with rhyming, and I think it's because we don't read as many of the classical rhyming fairy tales and poems and little sing-songy sayings that we all did as a kid that we all know and love. Me, comes a quack, loud and clear. Make way, Super Duck is here. He reaches out and grabs the kite, then hurls it up with all his might. Let's see, cute illustrations there. My daughter loves to run around the house with her cape on, so we read this book and she goes straight to put her cape on. And then finally, Bears Don't Read. This is just a fun story also. There's a bear that sits in the wood and is pondering life. Life is lovely, la-ta-da. All the other bears are doing bear things like catching fish, but he wants something different to do. He decides he wants to learn how to read. So he sets off into town, and of course, once he gets there, everyone's scared and they run. And a little girl comes in and she starts talking to the bear. She's the only one that's not scared of him. And he wants to learn how to read. She says she'll teach him how to read. So she's just learning how to read in school herself, but she comes home every day and teaches the bear what she's learned in her reading class. So they're learning to read together. Thanks for watching.